Alright guys, the plan for today is to finish up on the posture validation. What is posture validation first of all? Posture validation allows the ISE to check what type of system, what type of device is connecting in. The ISE can also check things like registry entries. It can check for antivirus, anti-spyware. It can even check for programs, processes running on your PC before it allows or disallows a device to connect into the network. This is especially useful when you have the concept of BYOD, bring your own device into the network. Before, when you had the company-owned PC, which was managed by the system administrators of the company, they could control what type of software, what type of system is it running, what type of antivirus is running, what's the posture of the device. But if you take your laptop home and you install some software on it, or some Trojan gets installed on it, and you don't have the appropriate antivirus on it, it has the ability to infect or introduce a Trojan into the corporate network. In today's day and age, when you bring your laptops into your network, this becomes a very important device. What does it do? As soon as the device comes in, besides doing your normal authentication, normal .1x, what it can also do is it can make sure you have the right posture, right programs running, right antivirus running before the device is allowed to come into the network. The way it works, you log in, you get authenticated. You don't have access at that point. You need to browse. As soon as you browse anywhere, it redirects you to a page from which you have two options. You can either install a program. It will allow you to install a program on your device called the NAC agent, which every time you connect up, it would run. Then you would run the NAC agent, and it would basically check your posture of the device and report that to the ISE. Or what you can do is, if you don't want to run a program on your, or you don't want to install the program, the NAC agent on your device, you can also run the web agent. What the web agent does, it runs it as on a one-time type basis. You connect up, it runs the web agent, not installs it, runs it, scans your device, and then sends a report back to the ISE. Based on the report the ISE gets, it checks it against the policies of that network, of that user, of that group, and sees if the user is deemed as a compliant device to access the network or not. You understand what the whole procedure is over here? So what it does is basically allows ISE to check the validity, the posture of your device before it allows the device to connect into your network. This is posture validation. Now, one step of the posture validation we did already in one of the first steps. Remember the posture offline file that I uploaded? The posture offline file had that, the database of all the latest antivirus programs that are there, the different releases. You'll see that today, what it did. That's the first step that you had to do. Now, once this is done, the next thing that you need to do is upload the agents into ISE. The software packages should be installed on ISE so that ISE, in turn, when the client connects in, can download to the client. So, the first lab that we're doing in Module 3 is configuring the client provisioning resources and policies. All right? What do I do with that? Number one, I will upload the NAC agent or the web agent, whichever agent you're using, into the ISE database. It's not inside the ISE database by default. So you need to download it from Cisco and then import it into your ISE. Once that's done, you create a policy. Who's this policy going to be used for? Let's take a look at how to do that. All right? That's lab number one. Once we're done with that, the next two labs, lab 2 and lab 3, I'm going to show you two different variations. I'm going to show you one with the antivirus, which I cannot run over here. I'll just show you how it's done. You won't be compliant. And the other one, I'm going to run a process or a registry entry to verify, yes, it is okay, and then it allows the client to connect in. So over here, first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Windows box. So I can access the ISE and configure it. Let me just make sure that I'm still good. All right, that's my Windows box. First thing that I want to do over here is set my NICs. I just want one NIC open right now. Later on I'm going to open the other one. I'm going to use this device to test it as well. Wireless is disabled. ISE I'm going to use, the other ones are disabled. Alright, so with that in mind, I'm going to open my Mozilla, connect up to my ISE. This is basically the same setup that we had left yesterday. It's the same place. Close. Admin, networks. Good. Now what I'm going to do over here, the first thing, policy, client provisioning. This is the place I upload these files. Which files? The client files, the NAC agent or the web agent. I'm going to use a web agent, but I'll show you where it's done. Actually, sorry, not over here. Client results. Client provisioning, resources. This is where I add those resources, the files. Where? From where? You can either get it from Cisco's site or you can get it from, I've downloaded, so I'll just browse and upload it. I'm going to use the web agent bundle. This one doesn't work with this particular one, it has an error. So I'll just use the web agent. The NAC agent is the one that gets downloaded and installed. So once it's installed, the next time you don't need to download it, run locally. The web agent is the one that you save it, uploads it, says this is the agent that I'm going to be saving. Stores it where? In the local ISE database. So when the client connects in, it can download it and run it from here. Good? Clear? So that was the first step. The next step is you need to create a client provisioning policy that specifies which agent will be installed for what. So you can even control it. These type of users or this group or this operating system, this agent, these clients, this agent. Where do I do that from? Policy, client provisioning. I'll create a policy. Let's say sales. All right? Call it sales CP, client provisioning. You can either do it for any group or you can do it for a particular one. You can also specify the operating system. You can say any operating system, or you can say any Windows operating system. Or you have the other one, Android, Apple, and all that type of stuff. What's the action? Oops, no, not action, result. The result is what agent do you want to install, and over here whatever has been uploaded is what's going to show up. You understand what I said? So over here, if I take a look at it, save this, this needs to be there. So this is the one that will allow me to download what? The web agent for the sales group, any Windows operating system. Done? Sales group, Windows operating system, install the web agent. Similarly, you can do duplicate below, mark, change the group to marketing. All right, So sales group, I could have said any, but I just want to be specific and just do these two. Done? So right now I'm ready with what? My client resource, that's the web agent, that's going to be run on the client for sales or marketing group for any Windows operating system. Once this is done, now I can create my conditions, my posture, all that type of stuff and push it to the different clients. So far so good? Clear? Let's save this one.